Good morning, all. It's a nice sunny Saturday morning. Before we get into this weekend's average for this week's picture, I want to address something that BOTB have done, and it's both genius and despicable at the same time. They've proper screwed us over. So let me explain what I'm talking about. This competition they've been running, win £1 million for the last 3 or 4 weeks. You've probably all got tickets on it. It's the one that every day they say, last chance, discount today, discount ends, and never does. But as you imagine, most of us have bought tickets. They were selling 4 different types of tickets. 100,000, 250,000, 500,000, and £1 million. I don't know what people bought or whatever. But what they did on the last day of the draw was to give all those people that are part of the loyalty club, which is those that are in the free ticket tiers, so you spend at least £10 a month, they give all those a free £100,000 ticket. And you think, well, okay, that's good. What a lovely thing for them to do. Well, yes, but who benefited out of that the most? Well, BOTB. Why? Well, let me explain, and I'm going to make up some figures off the top of my head, right? So ignore the figures. It's the point of what I'm saying is the important bit. So sit back, close your eyes while I take you into a world of figures. So let's imagine 40,000 customers have bought one ticket each. Now, that won't be very accurate at all, but it's irrelevant at this stage. So those 40,000 people, me and you, and loads of others, we've all bought a ticket for this £1 million draw. And let's say that it's an even spread. So 10,000 have bought tickets for the £100,000 prize, 10,000 for the 250,000, 10,000 for £500,000, and 10,000 for the £1 million. So it's a nice even spread. There's lots of tickets. All those tickets have gone into a big bucket to be drawn. So the winner's drawn out of that bucket. We'll call it the raffle bucket. So on the very last day of the draw, what they did was they give all the people that are part of the loyalty club, those that are entitled to a free ticket every week, they gave them a free £100,000 ticket. So what does that mean to us? Because we would look at that and say, oh, what a lovely thing to do. I got a free ticket to win £100,000. But what's effectively happened here is originally there was 40,000 tickets in this raffle bucket. If they've given 40,000 people now a free ticket of the lowest value, there's now 80,000 tickets in that raffle bucket, and 50,000 of them are £100,000 tickets, the lowest value tickets. So the odds of, they've massively increased the odds of them paying out a £100,000 prize, the minimum prize. Now, it hasn't cost them a bean to give 40,000, £100,000 tickets away, not a single penny. What does it mean for us? Well, we're now competing against an extra 40,000 tickets. So our chances have dropped considerably. Our chances of winning have dropped because there's double the amount of tickets in the raffle bucket. And their chances, now out of those 80,000 tickets, whereas it was 10,000 of each, it's now 50,000 of them are now £100,000 tickets, the lowest value of one. Now, that's incredible. It's genius. I picked this up straight away, and I don't know how many people would have realised, because I think you'd have noticed, oh, I got a free ticket. Wonderful. But straight away I thought, why are they doing this? What's the benefit for them? Because obviously they're a business, they need to make money, so why have they done this? And when I thought about it, I thought straight away, what's going on here? They've increased their chances of paying out the minimum, absolute minimum ticket, £100,000. Now, it could still be £1 million winner, it could still be £500,000 or £250,000, but what they've done, I'd like to meet the guy that comes up with these things, because very, very clever guy. I mean, he should be advising politicians, and possibly has been at some point, whereas they can make something, they can screw you over, but make it look like they're doing you a favour. So I just wanted to point that out, because a lot of people wouldn't have realised what they'd actually done there. So anyway, enough about that. I'm sure you'll have a comment on that in the comment section. So let's get into the average. So here we are, 10 crosses submitted this week. Thank you guys for all those submitted crosses. Let me see where mine was on Tuesday when I made the first video. It's there. Make it flash there so we can see where it is. over to the left. Now, a lot of you said it's further over to the right, and a lot of you have indeed gone further to the right. But I did say myself on Tuesday, maybe it's more to the right, and I will be going further to the right. Because, anyway, let's draw some lines from these players and see how wide a spread it is. See, considering we can't see his eyes, I think that spread there is very, very good for the player on the right. And then we've got Robbie, or Scott Mills, perhaps. Somebody said he might look like Scott Mills, but I don't know what Scott Mills looks like. So. And it's not that wide a spread from him. So we've got quite a small sort of cluster area there, and none of our submissions, none of our coordinates here are that far out from the cluster. So I think that's an absolute sensible area of where they could go there. So let's have a look at what the average is. Right there, so the average is 2175962. I'll put that in a little panel, usually on the top right if there's room. So what do we think of that? Do you know what? I think that average looks pretty good because it's further to the right of where I'd gone, which makes sense, but not too far to the right. And it's smack on the height of where the guy on the right is looking. Let's get the target on there. Oh, it's close enough. Are they looking at zone 1 and 2 there? Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, they are. I'm still not sure about that guy on the right, though. Are the judges going to look at him and say, yeah, he's not looking too particularly high? So I don't know. I'll study it again. I'll take all these out when I finish, and I'll put the average back in and decide where around that average I'm going to go with my one free cross. So there we are. So that's our average for this week. What else have we got then? Revcomps. So for next Monday's draw, I've just got 2 on this Porsche because there's 7 runner-up prizes with this. Runner-up prizes of 10,000. If you don't win, it's 10,000, 5,000, and then it's 5 £1,000 prizes. So I got 2 on there because it was, higher odds of winning. Or the cash alternative if you do win of 150,000. So I thought that was worth it. And I only got 1 on the camper. And that's because I'm in the process of buying one. A cheap second-hand camper, which I'll come to in a minute. So I've only got tickets on those 2 for Monday. So what have they added for Thursday? Well, I have to say there's nothing really that caught my eye there at all. Nothing really that I would play for that I would want to keep. So I did have just 1 ticket so far on this Fiat Benimar Mileo 243 4-berth motorhome. Because it looks really nice and a motorhome would be nice. And not only that, it comes with 10k. So I thought, yeah, that's good. I'll just have 1 ticket on. That's all I've done. And it's been a long time since I've just bought 1 ticket for one of their draws. But so far, there's nothing else that appeals to me. And I'm going to save my money for a bit and take it from there. So, what's this camper van I bought then? Well, I haven't picked it up yet, but I drove up to Bristol after work on Thursday night in a rush hour. That was a mistake. Should have gone on a train. But I give my car a run out, which never gets used anyway, to look at a second-hand Vauxhall Vivaro camper van. Which, from there, there's a quick little picture of it. Looks like a normal van, apart from in the back window you can see there's a window and a curtain, so that's a bit of a giveaway. But I've had a good walk around this van. It's had a new turbo, it's had a new clutch, it's been serviced, it's in great condition, there's no dents or scratches or rust or anything on there. It's a 2014, so it's 10 years old. But look at the inside. So the guy built it himself during lockdown about 3 years ago. He's only a youngster, Adam. I think he's about 30, somewhere around there. And he had built it himself because he goes rock climbing and stuff. But it was a layout that I wanted, in that it's got a side bench, which if you take that side bench seating, so if you take that cushion off the back, you can sleep in it as a single person, or it pulls out into a double. Then in front of you, you've got your sink and some storage and There's a cooker in there which is out of sight at the moment. You can't see it in this picture. There's a cooler box in there which I'm going to swap out for a proper compressor fridge that sticks to the temperature you set it at. But it's got air conditioning, electric windows, central lock-in, it's all the stuff that I wanted. So it's what I was looking for, because it'd be more of a day van and a weekend van than sort of a long distance, spend 3 weeks in it. But more of that, once I actually pick it up on Monday night after work, I'm catching a train up to Bristol to fetch it. I'll make a video on it possibly next weekend once I've done some little tweaks to it. And put the necessary stuff in there that I need to put in there, like sleeping bags and frying pans and that sort of nonsense. But we'll do more of that later in the week, because that'll be the start of new videos of me up to mischief and visiting places in my camper van. Probably keep them on this channel, because it is called Mart's World, so that basically covers anything, doesn't it? So there we are. That's it for this weekend then. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Thanks for submitting a coordinate, and good luck on Tuesday. Cheers all.